Pete Crofts has been known under many performing and speaking names since he first started as an excited young comedian in the humour industry some 35 years ago. Peter Pan the Funny Man, Pete Crofts, Australia's humour pioneer, Australia's corporate humour consultant. Over 20 years ago, Pete opened up the world's first humourversity, an educational institution designed to research and develop humour, comedy and laughter programs for individuals and companies for the positive use of humour in life and work. Pete became one of the world's leading authorities on humour. In that time, he's trained some of Australia's top comedians, speakers and corporate presenters. As a humour speaker, Pete has shared the platform with some of Australia's and the world's leading speakers. Mark Victor Hansen, Joe Gerard, Amanda Gore, Martin Grunstein, Alan Jones, and Laurie Lawrence.
The standard advice to nervous businessmen when they're about to make a speech to a room full of people is to hit them with a joke and remember to leave them laughing. Well, as Duncan Ness reports, Australian business is about to be hit by more than a touch of comedy.
Pete is a veteran of hundreds of radio and TV appearances in Australia, Asia and the USA over his colourful career of 35 years.
Laughter, it's said, is better than just about anything. So how do you make people laugh? It's a skill many would like to learn, and in Melbourne, there's a school of laughter. Martin King has the story.
Because of the fun value of his subject, he can generate great publicity and media exposure, the value of which could exceed his fee.
So ladies and gentlemen, how about a loud, boisterous, humorous welcome for Mr. Pete Crofts.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Wonderful. It's great to be here. 1998, National Achievers. And you know you are all achievers. I don't have to tell you that. You know you're all achievers. We're going to have some fun today. Instead of calling you ladies and gentlemen, would you mind if I call you laugh mates? Mate is a word meaning friend, and a laugh mate is somebody that we laugh with. And we need to laugh as much as we can in life. So, on the count of three, what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to turn to the person to your right, turn to the person to your left, and introduce yourself by saying, hello, I'm your laugh mate for this session, and we're going to have some laughs. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you, laugh mates. You'll probably notice, laugh mates, you'll probably notice that I move around the room a lot when I speak. I move around the room a lot. Now, I do this for two reasons. One, I like to get as close as I can to the audience. And two, it's harder to hit a moving target. But I'll be using two forms of humour today. Two forms of humour. Some is funny and some is illustrative. Now, if you laugh, it's funny humour. If you don't laugh, it's illustrative humour. And I'm sure I'll be using some illustrative humour too. What I'd like you to do, laugh mates, is I'd like you to fold your hands, if you don't mind, just like this. Just fold your hands like that. Have a look down and see if your right thumb crosses your left thumb. Have a look down and see if your right thumb crosses. Now, if your right thumb crosses your left thumb, that means you're a very sexy person. Now, if your left thumb crosses your right thumb, that means you're a very sneaky person. Now, if your thumbs are side by side, well, that means you're sneaky about sex.
As a corporate humour speaker, Pete is equally at home with small, medium or large audiences from 40 people to 400 people to 4,000 people. He adapts and adjusts his humour, content, serious message and activities to suit and meet the meeting planner's brief, the client's message, the audience demographics and the venue's logistics. Here is just a brief look at Pete in action with a large audience.
No special gifts. Anybody here in this room, if they wanted to, with a little bit of work and a desire, could be as funny as they'd like, with a little bit of work. Now, I'll explain that. Studies were done about 15 years ago on babies that were born blind and deaf. So they were blind and deaf. And yet at the normal age, they were found to be smiling and laughing. So, humour is a biological instinct that we've all got inside us. But our environment tends to program us, to push the fun, the humour, the laughter, deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper inside until we can't find it anymore. So what we have to do is we have to deliberately put some more fun, some more humour, some more laughter back into our lives. We can't leave humour to chance. It's too much fun to leave to chance. So, on the count of three, what I'd like you to do, see if we can raise the roof here. On the count of three, I'd like you to shout as loud as you can, I was born to laugh and joke. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good, thank you. Do you believe that? Let me hear that louder. Thank you. Because I think we were born to laugh and joke. I think it's a big part of what life's about. Don't get me wrong though, because what I'm on about is fun and profit. Ha-ha skills for fun and profit.
Pete is a humour power speaker who changes thinking, excites emotions, transforms beliefs, empowers people, motivates actions, and tells jokes that make people laugh. Here's a quick grab showing Pete at what he does best.
How many people here, just a rough survey, how many people here suffer from stress on the job? Just raise your hands, please. Suffer from stress on the job? Okay, how many people here are too stressed to raise their hands? Just pop your hand up. How many people here are married? Would you put your hand up, please? Very good. How many people here have considered putting their spouse up for sale? There's one over there. See, laughter releases stress. Jokes release stress. I like to tell the story about the lady who took a little girl into town shopping one day. And they're coming back in a taxi through one of those red light districts. And the little girl said, Mummy, Mummy, what are all those single girls doing standing on the street corners? And the mother said, that's got nothing to do with you. And the taxi driver said, go on, tell her. He said, little girl, they're women of the night. They make love for money. And the little girl said, is that right, Mummy? And if that is right, what do they do with their babies? And the mother said, oh, they usually grow up to become taxi drivers.
Because of his many years as a comedian, entertainer, and speaker trainer, Pete can be used as a conference kick-off icebreaker speaker, an after-lunch keep them motivated speaker, a conference closing keynote speaker, an after-dinner humour speaker. Pete understands the different approaches needed for different audiences and for the different speaking occasions. He can provide fun activities for all audiences in a non-threatening, self-awareness way if and when they are required.
Now, I guess that we mostly laugh for a reason in life. Well, what we're going to do now, we're going to laugh for no reason. That's right. We're going to laugh for no reason. I'll show you how it works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go, ha, and you're going to go, ha, back to me. I want everybody involved in this. And then I'm going to go, ha, ha, and I want you to go, ha, ha, back to me. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Ha! Ha, ha! Ha, ha! Ha, 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 ha. Come on, keep it going. Feel it in the tummy. Feel it, put your hand on your tummy and feel it. It's great, isn't it? Isn't it great? Now we can learn that skill pretty easy. Now, what I'm suggesting you do is the next time you're in a conflict situation, or the next time you're having problems that you can't handle, I'm suggesting that you find a quiet place and go in there and practice that skill.
Pete's speaking performances are power-packed with humour, laughter, special research material, theatrical techniques, costumes and props to personalise your conference message and make it memorable and, more important, actionable. Let's see how Pete does this.
In a moment, we're going to talk more about that little exercise, but right now it's just a little bit hot up here. I'll just take my jacket off if you don't mind. Okay. Ha ha. Ha ha. Thank you. Thank you. Now, remember earlier I mentioned to you, it's nice to have a pocket full of smiles too. Remember earlier I mentioned to you fun and profit. Fun and profit. That's what I'm on about, and that's what humour's on about, fun and profit. For the last 8 or 9 years, Laugh Mates, I've been writing a book called Corporate Humour. I've been doing a lot of research. Doesn't sound very funny, does it? Corporate humour. But I've been working out, why can't we have more fun at work? Excuse me. I'm sorry, it wasn't me, folks. Why can't we have more fun at work? Why can't we? And then with all the research that I've been doing, I came up with the concept, and this is a bit scary, but the gentleman spoke about it yesterday. I came up with the theory that there's no business world anymore. I don't believe there's a business world anymore, Laugh Mates. And I don't believe there's a show business world anymore. I believe both those worlds have married, and we all now live in a world of business show. And if you can't show your business, you've got to get out of business. And humour is a wonderful way to show your business.
Here, Pete shows how humour and creative thinking are one and the same thing. They can be used to solve a problem, make a decision, or find an opportunity.
So jokes are creative ways to solve problems, to make a decision, and to find business opportunities. Now, what I'm going to do on their whiteboard here, please. Oops, I've turned my back. Every time I turn my back, we have to shout out, ha-ha skills for fun and profit. 1, 2, 3, ha-ha skills for fun and profit. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very good. I thought I'd catch you there. No, you can't see. Okay. All right. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to find somewhere on your workbook and imagine that this is a page on your workbook, this whiteboard here. Now we're going to look at the creation of jokes and the creation of creative thinking. All right? Now this is a page in your workbook. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to draw a line just there. Try and make it straighter than that if you can. It doesn't matter. Leave room here, leave room there, leave room here and leave room there. Okay? Now, all jokes come from a broken line of thought. Jokes come from a broken line of thought. If we break the line of thought... Very good, thank you. If we break the line of thought, take the line of thought here and we break it and go up, that becomes exaggeration. So just do that for us, please, Laugh Mates. Exaggeration. Now, anything can be exaggerated. Size, desires, actions, goals. Exaggeration is to overstate something about a person or thing. Sort of like the rock and roll singer whose hair was so long he got it caught in the G string of his guitar and he twanged himself to death. I never have that problem. So, exaggeration. Now, the next one, of course, is understatement, where we take it and we go down. Exaggeration, understatement. Now, this next one is a tricky one. If we can learn this one skill and apply it in our life, you'll be surprised at the results. The next one is called the reversal, where we take our idea here and then we reverse it all the way back to just the opposite. That's called the reversal. An example would be the burglar's wife who wouldn't stop nagging her husband for money. He said, "Rightio, rightio, I'll get some money as soon as the bank closes."
Pete speaks seriously about humour, and his content and humour is relevant in all business areas. No matter what your conference subject or theme might be, business, finance, marketing, science, health, economics, or the environment.
I remember when I was a kid, I was always making mistakes when I was a kid. And I had to learn to laugh at myself, but it took me a while. Remember one day I ran up to Mum, I said, "Mummy, Mummy, what are you looking so happy for?" She said, "Well, darling, I'm going to have a baby." I said, "A baby? Where is it?" She said, "It's in here, next to my heart." Well, I raced off up to Dad. I said, "Daddy, did you give Mummy a baby?" He said, "Yes, son, I did." Well, I said, "You better go crook at her because she's just swallowed it." I mean, it's so easy to make mistakes like that. And if we can laugh at ourselves.
Pete likes to add spontaneity and surprise to his speaking performances. His performances are designed to get and keep attention, change behaviour, and improve your company's bottom line.
Just exaggerate, exaggerate, over the top, over the top, over the top. Now, why am I asking you to do this? The reason I'm asking you to do this is that our mind gets blocked. It gets stuck. Now, if there's one skill we need in life, laugh mates, it's the ability to be able to pull our mind from the grip of anxiety. Do you like my tie? Well, thank you. Now, if we can develop this one skill of being able to pull, if we can develop this one skill of being able to pull, this is exaggeration. If we can develop this one skill of being able to pull our mind, if we can pull our mind free from that grip of anxiety, laugh mates, we'll find in life that we can solve that problem. We can make that decision. And ha-ha skills can help you do that. It can help you pull your mind free from that grip of anxiety.
Pete has a basic humour philosophy, which he will close with today.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This is what I call my karma veranda hat, or my ha-ha hat. Karma meaning the humour that we send out is the humour that will come back. We send caring, thoughtful humour out, we'll have caring, thoughtful humour back. And veranda, well, a veranda is a place where we go, sit, rest and relax. And we need to sit, rest and relax in life, folks, laugh mates. We need to learn to put our genius into our lifestyle, not just our work. An unknown man slipping on a banana skin is funny. A well-known man slipping on a banana skin is funnier. But a prominent personality slipping on a banana skin, if they're disliked, becomes hilarious. But it's when we slip on the banana skin and the way we react which determines whether we have a true sense of humour. The ability to be able to laugh at ourselves while other people are laughing at us. So with that thought, laugh mates, I'd like to thank you very much for being here, because if you weren't here, I wouldn't be here. And this has always been my dream, to be able to share what I think about humour around the world. So what I want you to do is I want you to go out there and practice those ha-ha skills for fun and profit. Thank you very much. Thank you. Ha-ha. Ha-ha. Thank you. Thank you.
Pete is available for keynote talks, conference lunches, motivational breakfasts, sales meetings, media campaigns, and product launches. Pete also has a wide range of humour training programs from a half day to a full day, through to 2 days to 5 days. Leadership through humourship, customer service with a smile, managing to have fun, teamwork through humour work, and the Laughter Lifestyle Program.